Hey guys, Sonomatics here with another Deck Tech Tuesday. Now I'm sorry it's a day late. I have no clue why mind control is up there. That makes no sense. But anyways, I know it's not Tuesday. I'm sorry it's a day late. I had a concert yesterday for my advanced choir at my school, and I also had to study for exams which are going on this week. So release dates for videos might not be so great for tomorrow and Friday. I will try my best to get one out each day. I'm obviously doing two today to make up for not doing one yesterday. So in this game, I jumped into a match with Blue Eyes Chaos Max to see if I could get a good match going so that I could record my Deck Tech Tuesday on my new Blue Eyes Chaos Max variant and showcase that along with showcasing an epic match along with it. So I'm going to show you how this deck, um, even though it might not be 100% consistent, it's pretty dang consistent. Because looking at this opening hand, there was nothing I could do. I couldn't special summon those. The only thing I could do, play Effect Veiler, Mausoleum of White on Effect Veiler, discard a Blue Eyes. That's all I could do. And I end up drawing into, as you can see, Return of the Dragons. We'll get there. So let's start. I have no clue what any of this does. So Resonator Call, add Resonator. Plays Resonator, special summons a Resonator, special summon one for one, special summon a Resonator. Get Clear Wing Synchro, special summon a Resonator. Get Clear Wing Synchro. Oh gosh, whoops. So here, I'm obviously already pretty far behind. If he has a Clear Wing Synchro Dragon on the field turn 1, you could consider yourself behind. So you can see in my extra deck, I've got I was feeling confident, but I wasn't because of what I just drew. Or because of my opening hand. Now I drew into Return of the Dragon Lords, which ended up being a super clutch draw. So what I do is I set Solemn, because I want to Solemn Strike Clearwing, because I know he's going to activate Clearwing onto something of mine. So that's what influences all my plays for the rest of the turn is Clearwing. So I activate Mausoleum, so I get my extra normal summon, which doesn't matter anyway. By normal summon effect Valor, use that, discard Blue Eyes, use Return of Dragon Lords to bring Blue Eyes back on the board, and then Synchro into Spirit end, and that's all I do because I don't want him chaining. Now I've got Solemn set up. I can use Solemn this turn whenever he tries to chain or next turn, and that's all I was trying to set up to do. So I play Chain, special summons another Resonator, uses his effect, which is crazy. When this card's normal summon, okay. When this card's special summon, target one face-up monster in the field gave life points equal to its attack. So he gains 3,000 attack this turn, which, 3,000 life, sorry. Which puts him at 11k to 8k. Not looking great for me on turn 2. Goes to battle phase, attacks. Obviously, I use his effect to go into Azure Eyes. Now, he chains with Crystal Wing to prevent me from going to Azure Eyes, and then I chain my Solemn Strike, which ends up just killing him. I get my Azure Eyes back, or I get my Azure Eyes out, and I'm set. So go into this next turn, special summon back a Blue Eyes. I'm gonna pause here real quick. So looking at my hand, once again, can't get another I can't get a Blue Eyes alternative out this turn. So the best thing I could do, and this is gonna look stupid, but it was a smart play for me at least. So I use Blue Eyes just to discard another Blue Eyes, go into Battle Phase. I kill myself with Legend to add a Blue Eyes. So then attack with Blue Eyes, attack Azure Eyes, then use um okay, I'm gonna pause for a second. Since I added the Blue Eyes to my hand, I can special summon an alternative, then exease the alternative and the Blue Eyes into a Hope Harbinger. So that was the thought process there. So he's gonna go into some more exeasing. All I know is, all I know is he gains 3k life, does a bunch of stuff. All these summons into Red Dragon Archfiends, and then he attacks, but I banish Return of the Dragon Lord so he doesn't die. I just take the damage. Then he uses that to negate my effects, which really doesn't matter. Then he gets into this guy, which I have no clue what the point of sending him to the graveyard and back was, but he did it. So activates Azure Eyes, special summon back Blue Eyes. So the field I'm looking at now is obviously my two 3,000 guys, my 2,500 guy, and so I can't attack over him. Now I thought about going into where is he? This guy and getting the 200 times the 8, so he would be at 5,600 attacking, just attacking over. But I decide, as you see, I use alternative special summon, go into Heliopolis, discard Blue Eyes to destroy one creature on the field, attack 3,500. That's game one. So that wasn't, I mean, that game definitely, with the amount of life he gained and monsters he had on the field, he should have had that game. I just was able to piece together a comeback through Return of the Dragon Lore. Basically, the two cards I top decked got me the game. So we go in that replay. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one, let's swap over here. Now, my hand, looking here, at first I wasn't too happy. He decided to go first both times. So his first play is just to drop Galaxy Cyclone, which obviously I didn't know if he dropped Solemn or something, so I was pretty worried. Especially when I started playing cards and it said waiting and waited on him, I thought that was Solemn Strike. But I was going to try my best to bait out Solemn Strike. Plus I drew my own strike, so I was pretty set. Excuse me. What I didn't know is it was Max C, which I ended up finding out later. So basically, I'm looking at my hand, and at first I'm not happy with it. And then I realized that with Melody, I use Melody, discard Blue Eyes, get a Blue Eyes and an alternative, so I can special summon an alternative, use Return, get Blue Eyes back, Xyz into whatever I want. As you're going to see, I choose to do that combo. Then he uses Maxi a little bit late. Then I get to Xyz into Heliopolis, use Heliopolis, discard the Blue Eyes I got to destroy that, attack 3k, pass turn, so I want to see what he has in his hand. Solemn Warning, not a bad card. Resonator Call, not a bad card. See, I feel like he could have played this out, because he could have used he could have used what? Train Resonator, special summon to Red Resonator, gain 3k life, he's back up to starting life, and using Resonator Call and everything else, he could have gotten something out to, he would think, destroy Heliopolis, although I have Strike. So Strike is what put me ahead in this game. My top deck, trade in, use trade in, get Maiden and Raigeki. I mean, plus even if he got past Strike and Heliopolis, I have Gamma Seal, so I can just Gamma Seal his way as Clear Wing Synchro. So he's pretty much done for anyway. So we just move, draw phase, standby phase, draws a Solemn Strike, and he just quits. So I feel like he could have had a chance, but he just quit. So I'm sure y'all are excited to see this deck profile. It's it's one that I really like. I've really enjoyed playing it. It's my own personal take on the deck, so I'm very happy with it. Alright, so I'm going to move these guys up here right quick just because I want to make everything in logistical order. Alright, so 3 Blue Eyes, 3 Alternative, as always. I only run 1 Spirit of White in this deck. I know a lot of people run 2. I only run 1 because the amount of times I've needed it, I've only really needed 1. I've got 2 Maidens, 2 Stones, and 1 Legend. Or 2 Ancients and 1 Legend. I think that those are crucial to the combo pieces to get Blue Eyes and Alternative and everybody else out. And it really just helps accelerate the deck. Along with also Cards of Consonance, which I only run a 1 of, but whatever. We'll get there. Now I have 2 Sages, so that I can use Sage. My friend Banort actually showed me this. You use Sage on Manju, gets Manju off the field, and gets you a Blue Eyes. It's a way to get Manju off the field and to clear up your board and get you an extra Blue Eyes. Then you use Protector, because you can even use it on himself to special summon a Blue Eyes monster from your hand, which includes Dragon Spirit of White. So that's a really cool thing you can do with that. Effect Veiler, just because every now and then you will need it. It's good to have a one of. As you can see, I don't have a side deck, or I'd probably side in more. 2 Manjus, because that allows me to either search up Chaos Max, Ritual Art, or Advanced Ritual Art, whichever one I need. Running 2 Chaos Max as standard for a Chaos Max variant. I run 2 Trade-ins, which they do come in useful for getting Blue Eyes in the graveyard, because that's always something you want to do. Cards of Consonance, as I said, you get to discard these, which is amazing. Discard this, add Blue Eyes to your hand. Discard this when it's in the end phase, special summon a Blue Eyes from your deck, which could also, once again, be Dragon Spirit of White. Just Cards of Consonance is amazing. I don't think it's worth playing 3 of, since you only have 3 cards that you can use it on. So if you have 2 of, I used to run out of 2 of, I would draw into it pretty regularly, but I wouldn't have the stones to use for it. Then I've got 3 Return of the Dragon Lords, which is just OP as crap. It's amazing, especially because besides just special summoning back, you can banish it from the graveyard, and all your dragons that won't be destroyed by battle or card effect at that time. And if you have multiple, it's just amazing how long you can keep all your dragons alive and your combos rolling. Melody, as you saw in that one game, you can discard a Blue Eyes or discard an Ancients or Legends. There's so many good targets for Melody, and even if you don't have a good target, there's still you can find something to discard to add a Chaos Max or an alternative or a Blue Eyes White Dragon to your hand. It's just amazing. Um, then you have one Raikou Key as usual, one Soul Charge as usual. That card's fun, a lot of fun when you have like 3 Blue Eyes in your graveyard and a Spirit of White, and you just pop that and get 4 monsters straight on the field, or Synchro monsters or something. Silver Scry, as usual, another recursion for Blue Eyes. You can never have enough. I was running 3 Mausoleums of White, then I realized that could be kind of clunky, so I took it down to 1. As you saw in my first game, that card came in. Geez, I am not able to talk tonight. That card came in really handy, so I might mess around with it, change out one or two, between one or two, although I don't know what I would take out because I'm already low on Sages and Protectors. So 2 Solemns, and I do not want to go under 2 Solemns. As you saw, especially my first game, that pretty much won me the game. 2 Advanced Ritual Arts, which I don't run Chaos form in this deck, which for a Chaos Max variant is obviously something that you usually want to run, but I feel like 1/10 of my deck can special summon Chaos Max, and because I have the 4, or that can get Chaos Max, yeah, they can special summon them because the 2 Manjus can get a Ritual Art, so that's 1/10 of my deck. Or the Blue Eyes Chaos Max, getting Blue Eyes Chaos Max in my hand, that's 1/10, plus the extra 3 here. So like 1/8 of my deck can get Blue Eyes Chaos Max my dragon, so it's pretty balanced. Obviously, you'll end up sitting around sometimes with an Advanced Ritual Art or with a Manju or with a Max and no other combo piece not be able to do anything, but that's not a big deal. Once again, Melody, just discard that. Just discard Manju or whatever extra piece you have. You can trade in your Blue Eyes Chaos Max. I really don't think it slows down the deck at all. I very much like how it runs. Then I've got Dragon Shrine, because a lot of people don't use Dragon Shrine, but I feel like you can't not use it. It's so good. Because you get to send a Blue Eyes to your deck. I mean, from your deck to the graveyard. Then you get to send a White Stone of Legend from your deck to your graveyard and add a Blue Eyes to your hand. I don't see how that's not awesome. Now, you could send an Ancients to your graveyard if you wanted to, but usually when I'm playing the combos, I can use Dragon Shrine, send a Blue Eyes, White Dragon to my graveyard, activate Shrine's second effect since I send a normal monster, send White Stone of Legend, use White Stone of Legend's effect, add a White Dragon to my hand, special summon alternative, or just do some kind of crazy shenanigans. It's a great card, and the only reason I'm only running one of is I really don't know, but it's a great card. Do not underestimate it in this deck. And then lastly, but definitely not least, is Gamma Seal. He's definitely a great card to have. I did not realize how good he was until Banort taught me, hey, guess what, Sonic? Summoning prioritizes over everything else, which I did not know that. So, or tribute costs. There you go. Costs um, overpowers everything else in the entire game, which is amazing because any card you have on the field, it's like cannot be targeted. Blah 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 blah. You just take Gamma Seal, pop, target the opponent's monster. It's gone, and they have a 2200 attack guy who's probably less attack than their original guy, and not doesn't have any effects because there are no kaiju counters. So it's just, in my opinion, overall, it's an amazing include in almost every single deck. I need to go put it in like my Burning Abyss deck because you can't go wrong with it. Extra deck, Blue Eyes Twin Burst. Don't play it too much. Usually my plays are Spirit Dragons. So I run 1 Twin Burst just for the occasional need of it. 3 Spirit Dragons, 2 Azurais. I personally, because Blue Eyes Spirit can do a lot more than just special summon Azurais, I run Michael and Crystal Wing because Spirit Dragon can special summon Michael or Crystal Wing. So it just depends on what you need at the time. Ultimaya Zalkin, and he's just OP in my opinion. So I put him in there, especially because sending 2 level 5 or higher monsters you control at the same level to the graveyard. that's this entire deck is just a bunch of level 8 blue eyes guys that you can just get on the board, whatever. So he's not hard to get out at all in this deck. This guy is amazing because you can just detach one Xyz materia, and if there already aren't any other Xyz creatures on the field, he's already at 5,600. If there are more, he's easily over 7,000, 8,000. I've had him in a game before where he's over 9,000. No meme intended. And he's amazing. Um, Galaxy Eyes Cypher Dragon can come in useful when they have someone on the opponent side of the field. I thought about summoning him and trying to steal the Galaxy Wing Synchro, um, or Synchro Wing. Wait, what am I even saying? Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Jeez, I cannot talk tonight. But he would have been the only one that could attack directly. Also, wouldn't have gotten rid of him, so I didn't bother with it. Then you got Hope Harbinger, Dragon Titanic Galaxy, which is amazing because anytime someone activates a spell card, just gets attached to him as Xyz material, which is amazing. Um, I like. I haven't actually read its second effect. Let's see. Detach one, change attack target of this card, and perform damage calculation. Face up Xyz monster you control is destroyed by battle card effect. You can target one face up Xyz you control. It gains attack equal to one of those destroyed monsters' original attack. Well, that's pretty dang nice. Well, there you go. He can even target himself, which is amazing. So he's just overall good. I don't use Galaxy as Dark Matter Dragon too often. Uh, mainly, let's see. I used him. Cannot be used. Send 3 different names. Take graveyard. Banish 3. I think I was supposed to have someone else in place of here. I apologize. I will go figure out who that is in just a second. Um, Hieratic Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis. This guy is just plain good, especially because of, once again, how many cards you want to try to get in the graveyard. You can't go wrong with more cards in the graveyard just to destroy other cards. It works amazingly in this deck. And finally, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. I honestly need to read its effect again. Detach one negate effects of all other face-up monsters on the field. That is amazing. Attack and defense come original attack and defense. That's also really good. Do any of these during the battle phase this turn. Each time opponent's card effect resolves, this card gains 1,000 attack until the battle phase. Also, it can make a second attack. Well, that okay. Wait, but it's a if you do any of these during the battle phase. Okay, so in theory, they shouldn't really be able to chain off of, but if they chain off of my negating their effects to like negate my effect or something, just gains 1,000 attack and can attack twice now. I honestly just love this deck. It's so much fun. It's so easy to play too. It runs so smoothly, so consistent. As that replay showed, that was my first game. I'm just like, man, I'm gonna have to go grind out some games tonight to get a good one to record. That was my first game. I love this deck. This might be the deck that I take to regionals in January. So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful week. Any of y'all college students, good thing y'all are out. I hope y'all are enjoying your Christmas break. All you high school students, exam week, and then enjoy your break. So, I've talked for plenty enough. So thanks for watching, guys. Somonex out. Peace.